Hello and welcome to another episode of Toni Told Me, the cozy corner of the internet where you get the real talk and real tea from me, the internet's big sis. As always, I'm going to beg you to please subscribe if you haven't already. You can find us on YouTube, you can subscribe there or wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, Amazon, the choice is yours. And please leave a review. Producer Anisha and I would love to read what you think about Toni Told Me. So this episode is going to be a juicy one because about a week or two ago, there was a little incident at a Coldplay concert where the CEO of Astronomer was caught having, a little cheeky affair, right? A married man. So I thought it would be great to touch on that. Well, I can't even take the credit, to be honest. Producer Nisha thought it would be great to touch on that. and this episode is basically about that and cheating. But before we get into it, I'm going to give you my life update. Guys, I know you're thinking, well, girls and guys, I know you're thinking, what happened with your bachelorette, Toni? I had the best bachelorette ever. The bachelorette of my dreams absolutely exceeded my expectations. If you follow me on socials, you would know that we chartered a boat. So my girls and I were popping champers, eating fruit. We had a barbecue on this boat. It was absolutely glorious. I met Jamie Foxx at a dinner, which was crazy. And he even followed me on Instagram and sent me a voice note congratulating me.
He followed you as well?
Oh, I didn't tell you.
No.
Oh, no, Jamie Foxx follows me on Instagram now. He's officially like the most famous person who follows me. I was so gassed. And my fiance is a massive Jamie Foxx fan. I ran straight to him and I was like, you would never guess who followed me back because I've been following Jamie Foxx, right? Followed me on Instagram, Jamie Foxx. And he was like, what, get out of here. He even sent me a voice note congratulating me for my upcoming wedding, which is insane. But he was absolute vibes. We went to a restaurant. I'm not going to share the name of the restaurant because I want you guys to watch my bachelorette itinerary guide. I'm filming a full itinerary for you, so you can find all the places there. But we went to a restaurant and he literally just lit up the entire venue. He was doing karaoke. He was singing some of his own tracks. He was just vibing with the crowd. It was amazing. Like, that was a bucket list unforgettable moment for me. Did lots of dinners. My brother rolled through halfway through my bachelorette because he had been driving through Europe with some members of his car club. They came with Porsches, like 3 Porsches. So imagine being chauffeured in Porsches for half my bachelorette. Like, that was amazing.
You were living it up.
I was living it up. We went to the Four Seasons for lunch. It was fantastic. Like, shout out to my sister for real, because when I say she pulled it out the bag, she's my maid of honor, she pulled it out of the bag. There were goodie bags, there were gifts for the girls, towels, custom items. Like, it was insane. It was absolutely insane. And to add to my excitement, during the Bachelorette, I then find out that Toni Told Me has been nominated for a British Podcast Award. Woo! So I'm so gassed. And I think like a big part of that is obviously you guys, the listeners, supporting the pod and ensuring that the pod is on people's like radar from your support. So thank you to all of you guys. Fingers crossed we win. I'm actually a little sad because I can't make the ceremony for personal reasons, but producer Anisha will be there to represent, and fingers crossed we win.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Wait, producer Anisha, is it open to like public voting or is it just the judging panel?
So I think it's just the judging panel now.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But when we know for definite, we will let you guys know.
Okay, cool. Because I need to know whether I need to graft with
Exactly,
my followers
yeah.
and beg them to like vote for us. But yeah, fingers crossed we get it. So yeah, I've had the best week so I think this has been the best week of my year so far, actually. Yeah, this has been the best week of my year so far. And hopefully with the wedding around the corner, that will be
It's going to carry on being the best week.
I hope so. I hope so. But now it is tea time with Toni, where we answer all your dilemmas. Producer Anisha, as always, has 2 dilemmas for us today.
I do indeed. So our first dilemma today says, hey, Toni and producer Nisha. I love how they give me a little shout out now.
Oh, they love you. I remember when I posted you on my IG story, I was inundated with messages like, oh my God, producer Nisha.
No, the way I was
like,
grinning like the Cheshire Cat when you were sending me what they say. I was like, people think I'm gorgeous.
Yeah, they were so happy to see you.
So Our listener says, I'd love to hear your POV on this. What are your thoughts on women dating younger men? I've recently taken a liking to someone who is 5 years younger than me.
Okay.
I'm almost 30, he's 25. I've never dated a younger man, so part of me thinks it's a bit weird since usually it's women dating older men, not the other way round. He's doing a PhD and I'm literally already at the top of my career pretty much, so I also think it's weird to be in different stages of life. Obviously, there's only one way to find out if it would work, but I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this. I'm not sure if Taiwo is younger than Toni. Either way, I thought you might have an opinion on this. Love the pod, never stop.
Okay, my opinion on dating younger men. So, one thing I will say before we get into this. So, Taiwo and I are literally 12 months apart. So he is born June 1990 and I'm born June 1989. So he is 1 year younger than me. So right now I'm 36, he's 35. So it's not really a big gap.
No.
And I feel like I've kind of carried on a tradition, to be honest, because my dad is younger than my mum. My brother is younger than his wife.
No way.
Yeah, I feel like the women in my family date younger, not significantly younger, but like my dad is 2 years younger than my mum. My brother, I think, is 2 years younger than his wife. And Taiwo is 1 year younger than me.
Wow.
So I'm all for dating younger as long as the youngest person in the relationship is 25 or over. Their frontal lobe has
Must
fully
be
developed.
Fully developed.
It's fully formed, right? So in this situation, this lady is what? She says she's 30 and the guy she's seeing is 25.
Yeah.
That's the max, sis.
Yeah.
And I think that's because he is 25, right? But if for example, you were 42 and he was 33, that's a bigger age gap, but that feels less weird because he's a slightly older. But yeah, as long as the youngest person in the relationship is 25 or over, I have no issue with it. Because at that point, you're all adults. Your frontal lobe is there. It's working. It's developed. You can make.
Well, you'd hope it's all there.
Yeah, that's true. I've met some people where you have to kind of query whether it's all there. Very good point, Anisha. Very good point. You can make informed choices. But I understand why you would question it because societally, it's typically frowned upon when women date younger, especially when that younger is like 5 years plus, right? But we see it in mainstream media. Gabrielle Union, I think she's like 10 years older than Dwayne Wade, her husband.
Is she?
Yeah. Look at Priyanka Chopra Jonas and Nick Jonas.
That's
We have
very
an age
true.
gap there.
Yep.
Who else has an age gap? Oh, look. Actually, no, that's probably not a good example because that's too old. I was going to say Emmanuel Macron and his wife, but I feel like that one's a little big.
Yeah.
That one's a little big. But we see celebrities date younger. There's someone else I have in mind, but for whatever reason, I can't pull their name out of my brain. But it's not uncommon for women to date younger. Again, I think their frontal lobe should be fully developed. Oh, another caveat. The youngest person in the relationship, in my opinion, should not be young enough that they could be your child. I said it. I'm sorry. I think it's weird.
All the
personally.
millionaires are quaking in their boots right now.
Yeah, they are.
What do you mean my girlfriend can't be 22?
But I personally think it's strange. Like, if you're going to do an age gap, at least it'd be an age gap that isn't so big. You could have birthed the person, right? And this isn't me, and I'm not holding a double standard, right? And saying, this is wrong for just men. It's wrong for women too. I think there's a celebrity called Drea, and she is dating an NBA player.
Oh my God,
who
yes.
I think is the same age as her son or younger than her oldest son.
Yes, Jalen.
To me, that is weird.
Yeah, very, very weird.
That is
and they
very
have,
strange.
They have a child together.
They have a child?
Yeah, they have a child.
Men or women. I also think that's weird. But in your case, no, 30, 25, it's going to be uncomfortable for you because typically women date older men. That's the expectation. Or men that are the same age as them. That's the societal expectation. But I think like 5 years isn't a big deal, providing he is 25 or over and he's 25. The only question I have for you is whether, you mentioned the stages you are at in your life, whether that will be a problem for you long term. Because hypothetically, say, I don't know you personally, but say you wanted to get married in the next 3 years. Is a 25-year-old looking to get married in the next 3 years? If you want a kid in the next 5, 6 years, Is the 25-year-old open to having a child in the next 5-6 years? Is this a long-term relationship or is this a just for now relationship? You guys need to be on the same page with like future prospects, your goals and your plans and your values, providing that is all aligned, squared away. Do your thing. Enjoy. He's not young enough to be your child and he's not young enough that his brain isn't fully formed. That's all I have to say. Can we please get dilemma number 2?
So our second dilemma says, hey sis, I met a guy in January and we hit it off instantly. He practically lived at my place and I fell in love fast. Within 2 months, I found out he was still seeing his ex. He apologised. I forgave over and over. By April, he said he wanted to marry me. We met each other's families, but he kept going back to his ex and each time I caught him, I forgave him. He even used my car as collateral for a loan without telling me. The final straw, ? He told me he was going on a boys' trip, but I found out he was actually travelling with his ex. When I confronted him, he stayed silent. Then later he broke up with me. Oh no.
The audacity.
Oh. Now, here I am, heartbroken, humiliated, and still calling him, even though I know he's toxic. Babe, stop calling him. I keep blocking and unblocking, and I don't know how to finally choose myself. How do I let go for good?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, he's vile. He's vile. And but I'm also sad. I'm also sad that you didn't recognize your value enough to see that you're undeserving of this kind of treatment in the beginning, like from the jump. Like I heard I forgave him more than 2-3 times in that dilemma. Yeah. And it seemed like your love for him outweighed your love for yourself. And that was the problem. Obviously, he was an awful person, and he is, for what he did to you, like cheating and then having the audacity to even be the one to end it. Like, that's very rude. It's very rude, but he also did you a favor because you shouldn't be with a man like that. You deserve more than that. You deserve someone who sees your value, who respects you, who respects your relationship, who does not lie to you, who does not deceive you. And that man is not right. He's not a good guy. He's not a good man. It's going to be tough to move on from this, but I think what you need to do more than anything is focus on yourself. Please pour into yourself. Remind yourself that you are that girl. Like, do things you enjoy. Spend time with people who actually care about you, your friends, your family. Speak to people. And don't feel ashamed for feeling angry, for feeling fed up, for feeling annoyed. That's a normal part of getting over a breakup. My book, No Fucks Given, is coming out literally like in a month and a half. Please read that book. Read that book because I wrote it for the girls like you who are going through heartache at the hands of a fuckboy. It's literally the perfect book for you. And it details like the journey that you will go on, the things that you will feel to aid your recovery and the things you can do to support yourself. I won't go into it too much detail because of time, but ultimately I want you to feel the feels. Don't feel bad for feeling the feels. And also the subtitle of the book is Zero Accountability Guide to Getting Over Boy. Like, understand that regardless of you doing the forgiving, you wouldn't have had to forgive if he didn't hurt you and deceive you and cheat on you. He is the person to blame. He is the person to point fingers at. And if you feel a bit pissed off, that's okay. But rally around your community, pour into yourself, and give yourself grace. Because this healing process, I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take time. You're going to have good days and bad days. You mentioned that you block, you unblock. We've all been there. We've had great days. We've had bad days. Sometimes we've gone crazy. Sometimes we feel like we're fine. You're going to feel that roller coaster of emotions, but show yourself grace in that process with the understanding that it takes courage. It takes the implementation of boundaries, and it takes love of self to really move on. But yes, please, when the book comes out, get that because that is the book for you. I really hope my advice helps you out. If you can think of anyone who could relate to the dilemmas we shared today, please send this episode to them. And if you have dilemmas yourself that you would like myself and producer Nisha to chime into, do email us via our exclusive and official inbox, Toni@ToniToldMePod.com, or you can find us on Instagram @ToniToldMePod and you can send us a DM there. Now we have the Sisterhood Spotlight coming up, where we're going to talk about our topic of today, which is cheating. So producer Nisha and I agreed about a week or two ago that we would do this topic following the craziness that happened online as a result of this Coldplay concert. So, producer Anisha, do you want to chime in and explain what happened to the people who may not have seen this viral footage?
Yeah, so for those of you that haven't seen the catastrophe that has been happening online, this couple were caught on, it looked like a kiss cam kind of vibe, didn't it? You know, when you go to the basketball games and stuff, and they get people on those kiss cams. Coldplay seemed to have those at their concerts, and they got what looked like a lovely couple.
Wholesome.
Yeah, they were enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then they realised they were on the big screen, and did they hide? Did they put their faces down?
Did they? They freaked the fuck out.
Did they disperse very quickly?
The immediate recoil when they realized they were on the screen, they just darted. And then he just kind of ducked below, and she was covering her face, moving away. I was like, what in the world?
So obviously everyone's like, oh, they've got something to hide. Turns out they work at the same company, and the CEO is cheating on his wife with, I don't even know, what was that lady? What was she?
Was she like the head of, was she the head of HR or people? Yeah, head of HR, like head of people and development or something like that.
Well, they work at the same bloody company.
And she's married too.
Is she?
Oh, yeah, she's married too.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Yes.
So then, obviously, all of the internet detectives went and found these two individuals.
Oh, God.
The companies that they work at, found their families, found their blood types, everything. And then it's all just been put out on the internet, and now we all know they're both cheating on their other partners and their families, and they've ruined everything. And I'm pretty sure the man, the CEO, has had to step down now.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really, really hilarious but sad video. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
My initial reaction was like, oh my God, this is effing crazy. This is crazy. Like, I even reposted on my Twitter, like, what the hell is going on, right? And then come to find out they're both married. I feel so sorry for their spouses.
Yeah, like finding out on such a large, like being cheated on is obviously extremely hurtful in general.
Yes.
But when it is that public.
Oh my God.
And it's like you can't even like run away from it. Like you can't just be like, I just need a second to figure this out. It's there.
And they did it with a colleague. And I think that adds insult to injury. Because it's not like some rando. It's someone he was seeing every day. Someone he even employed. Like when he was like interviewing her, was that part of the criteria? Like did he consider, oh, she would be fun to sleep with? Like, do you know what I mean? Like
that would the job responsibilities.
Yeah, job responsibilities.
Must sleep with CEO.
Yeah, literally. Like, were you considering that when you were employing her? Like that would, like cheating point blank, as you said, is horrendous.
Yeah.
But then you're cheating with someone who's so close to home, like someone you work with. Insane. Mm-hmm. But I hope his wife, I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, because obviously he's multimillionaire. Yeah. He's a very, very wealthy man. And I heard a rumor that his wife is filing for divorce and she's looking for a $50 million settlement. If that is true, salute.
Clock it.
Clack it. Clack it. If that's true, I hear it because he threw your relationship down the drain by doing what he did, right? Mm-hmm. Reputational damage on top of that. Let's not forget that. And the disrespect, rinse him, sis.
Well, it's like Teyana Taylor and a man, she had a clause in their, like, is it their prenup? Like, the only thing was if he cheats, he has to give her, like, however much. And that was the one thing that he did. So then he's lost everything because he's had to, like, he signed that prenup.
I love a good old cheating clause.
Yeah.
Like, if you're dating somebody who's very financially comfortable and you're discussing prenups, throw that cheating clause in there. Mm-hmm. And this isn't just for like men, and it's for women too. Like throw the cheating clause in there because I think that you are entitled to Has your husband or wife cheated on you? you are entitled to compensation. That's how it should be for every relationship. Like, if you're going to break my heart, at least pay me for the damage.
You must pay.
Yeah, pay me for the damages.
Yeah.
Have you ever been cheated on before?
I
Nisha?
have been, yes.
Same.
Yeah. But it was when I was younger, so I feel like as I was younger, I've been able to grow and learn from maybe what I would have accepted
Okay.
at that point in time. Like now I obviously won't accept certain things.
Yes. I actually saw a guy online say that if he cheats on a woman and she takes him back, he loses respect for her because why doesn't she love herself?
Exactly.
I thought, you bloody bastard. You cheated on her because she loves you so much. She dismissed her love for herself because of her love for you. And that made you look at her sideways. And what annoyed me is the fact that the logic kind of stands in the sense that for you to love someone more than you love yourself, you would forgive something so nasty.
Yeah.
But it's also rude that coming from the person who hurt you. Like,
it's
you're
like
not allowed to say that.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. You know, like, oh yeah, like now I can just carry on doing that because she doesn't respect herself or whatever. And I can just get away with murder. It's like, obviously I'm watching Love Island, UK. And Harry, who was paired up with Helena, he literally said on camera, he was like, I'm with her because I know I can get away with anything. Yeah.
Did people tell this Helena?
Well, I think it came up on movie night and then she did end it in the end.
Good for her. What a vile guy.
Yeah. Mad.
There's another guy that I saw post something online about how he can never, like if a woman forgives him, he would never want to continue the relationship because he'll always be scared she'd be ready to retaliate.
Well, good.
Like she's forgiving him so she can retaliate, get her lick back. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, actually.
But I relate to you a lot when you said that like you've evolved and grown through it, because I was cheated on in university and I write about that in my new book coming out. Guys, pre-order it. And I talk about how I got cheated on, and I was convinced up until that point that I would never forgive someone for cheating, and then I forgave him. And what did he do?
Yeah.
Did it again.
Yeah.
And that was the lesson I needed to be like, no, if someone does it, believe them the first time. That's the character flaw I'm not willing to put up with, especially because I'm not that type of person. So yeah, I would never ever forgive anyone moving forward. Like I literally, do you know why as well? There's so many fish in the sea. Like I literally don't care. I could have a 10 million quadrillion kids with you. There will be a man out there who will love me enough to deal with the fact that I have 10 million quadrillion kids, right? It's something that I'm not willing to forgive, but I had to learn that hard lesson.
Yeah, I feel like majority of the time, unfortunately, you have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
But I do feel as if there's a difference between like us as women when we get cheated on. Majority of the time, you sometimes will go back after the first instance. But with guys, you don't really hear it that much. Like if a guy gets cheated on, that's it. You're done.
No, see, no. You don't hear it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Let
me tell you something. I know guys who have been cheated on who've forgiven.
Really?
Their female partner. Yeah. So guys forgive too, but the difference is it's very hush-hush because of the connotation. And also I think in our pain and in our grief and in our angst as women, we are more inclined to share the fact that someone disrespected us.
Like, oh my God, I was shouting it from the rooftops.
Exactly. Like you're so filled with emotional rage. And I guess women typically, we express our emotions more freely. So when we're cheated on, it's like, can you believe him? Oh my God, You're telling your friends, you're telling all your girls. Some people may even take to social media. Like we're telling somebody that we got cheated on, right?
Yep.
So if as a woman, you then take the guy back, it's like, oh, okay, she forgave him because we all knew he did this. A guy that gets cheated on, he's not telling his boys. And if he does tell his boys, he might tell one of his closest confidants. He's not screaming about it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
And so when he does forgive, if he does forgive, nobody knows that he did because nobody knows the incident occurs. But trust me, when I say men, well, not all men, obviously, but some men forgive cheating. Obviously, like societally, women have been conditioned to be willing and open to forgive cheating more.
Yeah, to accept all those flaws.
Yes, exactly.
Because
Struggle
that's
love.
what men do. And
exactly.
do you know what's so funny? When I got cheated on, my ex said to me, he said, sorry, it's actually hilarious. He was referring to himself as obviously like in the animal kingdom.
Oh,
lions and, you know, alpha males, they have.
Oh my God.
And it's an animal instinct that he can't help, blah, blah, blah. And obviously back then I was like, what the frick is this guy going on about? Like, and now I'm obviously like a lot more aware that he was just chatting absolute shit.
Do you know why I hate it when men bring up the animal kingdom to justify cheating? And they'll talk about lions. You mean the same animal kingdom where the lioness is the one hunting?
Yeah.
Where the lioness is arguably the more aggressive. She's bringing home the bacon. She's the more aggressive one, right? You mean the same?
They do all the hunting.
You mean the same animal kingdom where male seahorses are carrying the babies,
and the male penguins are sitting on the eggs?
Yeah, you mean the same animal kingdom where black widow spiders are killing the men? So should we kill you because spiders are killing you? Like, bruv, sorry, it just annoys me because in the animal kingdom you can find an example for almost everything. You can find an example of obviously not homosexuality because it's not with Homo sapiens, but you can find examples of animals having sex with other animals that are of the same gender.
Yeah.
You can find examples of female species of animals with multiple male partners and male suitors. The same animal kingdom where typically the female species sits back and the male species like advertises himself,
does the dancing,
does the roaring, but they'll say, what you bring it to the table? I'll never take care of no women. I'll never pay for no women. Okay, but what about the animal kingdom, bro? Like, shut up with the animal kingdom examples. It just pisses me off. Sorry, I'm getting heated right now. I hate that bloody example.
I'm dead.
So, when you got cheated on, how did it make you feel? I want to see if we reacted in a similar way. Like, were you more sad? Were you more angry? Like, how did you feel?
Straight off the bat, it was pure anger.
Oh, relatable.
Like,
relatable.
Yeah, a lot of anger. And then as I started to like, because obviously once you let them know, I'm like, cool, I know you've cheated on me and I've got the evidence. Obviously, that's when the gaslighting comes in. Like, no, like, you're wrong. That wasn't then. This was then. Got the wrong date. She got the wrong times. All of that stuff. And obviously, because he was so manipulative, I did partly believe what he was saying. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I am wrong. But when you uncover more things and I saw the severity of it, that's when the hurt kicked in. I was more sad because the girls knew about me.
Oh, my God.
So it's not even like it was. You
can't even be like they didn't even know. Like,
no, like all of those parties are in the wrong, and it's like
God.
That makes it even more weird because like, as a girl, like you're okay with that.
Yeah, I agree. Like
with you. That makes it a bit more like I'm obviously looking at you now because I'll try my best not to
blame the woman
because obviously that's how I am as a person. But you knew about me, and they're saying like, oh, I'll tell her, blah blah blah.
Oh my God, they were even like blackmailing him.
Yeah,
that total disregard for my feelings. That's definitely the one big factor for me. And I'm the same as you. Like initially, straight up anger. Like if not for the fact I don't lack emotional intelligence, I would understand how crimes of passion are committed. Because livid, like absolutely livid. But the hurt comes from, I guess in my situation, the girl didn't know about me. So it's like I couldn't be annoyed with anyone but him, right?
Exactly.
But in yours, that would send me over the edge because it's like you're allowing other people to disrespect me too.
Exactly, and you're making me look like a joke.
Yeah, that's the ego element. I think that's what gets me, you know.
And I said to him, I was like, one thing I ask of you, never make me look like a dickhead.
Yeah,
like don't give other girls the chance to look at me sideways and go, haha. And then he did exactly that. The one thing I asked you not to do. So I think it's easier when like it's just the guy to blame because your anger's just channeled at one person.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas when there's like however many parties involved and they know about you,
and they know you were cheated on.
And it's
that
like,
information
now
can-
you've got to split up your anger. There's anger for everyone. There's
anger
enough
for
to go
everyone. Just
around.
like hibachi, just cut it up. Okay. Wow. Yeah. No, I completely agree. And yeah, it's tough because you do feel like it doesn't make sense. Like, how can you love someone and do this? And I know some people argue that, you can love someone and cheat on them. Is it love? Is it love, really? If you can hurt them in that way that is so intentional and calculated. I think you can love someone and accidentally call them out or swear in an annoyance because it's so immediate. It's so reactionary, right? You can love someone and snap at them. Like I snap at my sister sometimes. But what people don't consider when they think about cheating is the fact that you have to walk to somewhere or get in your car. You have to open a door. You have to sit down. You have a conversation. You're removing buttons. You're removing a belt. There is a lot of time in between the act of cheating and the consideration. Like, you have so many moments to be like, this is wrong.
To stop and
I'm
pause
a bad guy.
and think.
I shouldn't be doing this. I should see it now. I should stop now. But no. And I think that's one thing that just drives me nuts about it. The fact that when you do like a scene by scene playback in your head, you're like, bruh, this person did not care about you in the slightest. Right? So yeah, I'm the same as you, like immediate anger and then sad and then also frustrations and feeling annoyed that I've been embarrassed in that way. I think that's tough. I think that's really, really tough. But I will never point blame at women who forgive because like I said, we've been socialized to forgive, and men can be very manipulative. Like you said, you believed it. You believed the gaslighting. I mean, sometimes I think, have I been cheated on more than I'm aware, but the person swerved? Do you know what I mean? Like, I've considered that too. I've like, as far as awareness, I'm aware that I've been cheated on by one person, but sometimes I think, like this incident with this person and they said XYZ, I wonder if that was the truth, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have hard facts and hard evidence, it's very difficult to then dive into it without looking like a complete lunatic, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes the consideration does cross my mind because, like you said, people, not just men and women, can be very, very manipulative. I've known of women who have cheated on their partners. And I probably shouldn't say this, right? But I'm going to say it anyway. Men and women cheat differently, in my opinion.
Oof, yeah. Big
think
difference.
Men are typically sloppy.
I agree.
When they cheat.
They're lazy with it.
They're very lazy with it. And I think when women cheat, it's calculated. And I also feel like, for the most part, it's wrong either way. But I think men and women, not all the time, sometimes, for the most part, cheat for different reasons. Like, when I have known men to have cheated, it's been because it's a Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah. Or the day of the week ends in a Y, right? Just because. For the thrill. But when I've known women to cheat, there's been an array of different reasons and emotional reasons tied to that, not necessarily purely just sexual. Sometimes it is, though. I think people are of the opinion that women aren't sexual beings as well, and that women can't just cheat for the sake of it the same way men cheat. I mean, some women do. Like, there are women who will just see a sexy guy and be like, he's sexy, I want to sleep with him.
Yeah.
And they end up cheating in that way. But a lot of the anecdotal stories that I have heard, women cheat for quite different reasons generally than men. How to get over being cheated on. So let's even bring it back to this CEO. This CEO cheated on his wife, broke apart his entire family, blown up his spot, even in the workplace.
Yeah.
Even in the workplace. Yeah, I want to touch on that actually, because I remember seeing something online and a businessman said that he doesn't do business with men who cheat on their wives because your wife is meant to be the one person that you support, protect, love. And if you are disloyal to your wife,
you are disloyal in every other area.
Yes. Imagine how disloyal you are in business. Yeah.
I agree.
And I remember seeing that and thinking, this makes so much friggin' sense to me, right? The values and the standards that you live by when it comes to your household should be reflected when it comes to your place of work. And if in your household you are sloppy, careless, and disloyal, why should people externally trust you when you owe even less loyalties to them, let alone your own partner, your own spouse, right?
Yeah.
So I get that logic. And this CEO of Astronomer, he blew up his spot, blew up his work opportunities, like just really messed his life up for, I don't know what it is, whether it was a fling, whether they're in love. I don't know what it is. So I'm not going to assume. But how would his wife move on after that? How do women in general move on after that? Like, how did you move on after it happened to you, Anisha?
It took me a while. I'd say it took me like over a year.
Yeah, same.
And purely because I've obviously never had to experience those emotions before. I was only 22, 23.
Oh yeah.
And like I was very young and naive, and I was just like, oh my God, how could someone like do this to me? But I do think like leaning on your friends and family is probably the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
And have healthy distractions. So like obviously in our dilemma, this girl's unblocking. That if you get into a habit of that, it is so hard to get out of it. I know because I've done it.
Yeah.
So having healthy distractions, I don't know, like maybe starting the gym, starting a hobby, like something that keeps your mind off of it, but in a healthy way is like the best thing to do. But generally, I can't even. It just takes time when you get cheated on.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no like book on how to get over it in like a month.
Not a month, but there is a book on how to get over it. No Fucks Given by Toni Tone. Check the link in my bio.
Pre-order now.
Pre-order now. But you're right. It's not something that happens overnight at all. It's not something that happens overnight. It definitely takes time. And I love that you said healthy distractions, because there are so many distractions and there are a lot
not
very
the
toxic.
Going out every weekend, drinking every weekend. That doesn't work.
Exactly. Like healthy distractions, like pouring into yourself, pouring into your career, that's definitely helpful. Spending time with family and friends is definitely helpful. Doing things that energize you, that you love, definitely helpful. Exposing yourself to the right kind of content as well, I think is important. Like you don't want to expose yourself to content that suggests that every man cheats, because every man does not cheat. Every woman does not cheat. You don't want to expose yourself to content that implies you have to settle. I remember seeing, I think, was it Summer Walker and Sexy Red on a podcast saying that, all men cheat, that you should just kind of accept it. And I was saddened by that. But that's the kind of content you should stay away from, because it's not true. And it comes from it's projection as a reflection of painful experiences, unfortunately. And trying to cope with the reality of those experiences is easier to imply that, all men cheat than to affirm the fact that like good people and true love and good love, healthy love is out there and you've never had access to that. That is a really hard pill to swallow. And I think some people would rather swallow a bitter pill than the hard pill, if that makes sense. So there's that too, exposing yourself to the right kind of content and giving yourself grace. And not holding yourself accountable for the things you weren't accountable for, right? Yeah. Like someone hurting you is not your fault. I think as women, we do a lot of these like internal pointing of fingers where we're like, maybe if I had sex with him at this point, or maybe if I was kinder or prettier, or maybe if I had bigger boobs or bigger bum, or maybe if I looked like her, or maybe if I never shouted that day, or maybe. Like people who cheat because that is their character.
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with you.
It's got nothing to do with you, yeah. Because let me say something, a good man or good woman may be dissatisfied in their relationship, but they will walk away before they cheat. Mm-hmm. They will walk away not just out of respect for you, but out of respect for themselves, right? They have integrity. It's part of their moral code to have integrity, right? There is nothing that will push them into cheating because of the integrity they possess. So when someone cheats on you, you never think, what did I do wrong? They cheated because that's them. It's all on them. It's a reflection of them. It's a reflection of their character. And I think that's a very key thing that people, particularly women, need to remember. I know that producer Anisha and I have stories for days, and we could be talking about cheating until kingdom come, right? But I don't want this episode to be too long. So as always, I'm going to end with my positive words. I think I've kind of echoed my positive words already, but I want my positive words to just be a reminder that, look, one bad guy is not every guy. There are good guys. One bad girl is not every girl. There are good girls, right? People cheat because of them, not you. And you do yourself no favors when you internalize other people's behavioral flaws. You do yourself absolutely no favors. And one thing we can learn from this CEO Coldplay astronomer incident is that cheating is rarely, if ever, worth it, right? And what happens in the dark often comes to light, right? And I think it is in the best interest of everybody listening to have sexual discipline. And if you're unhappy with the situation or discontent with the situation, it is much better for you, your health, your life, your relationships, your reputation to simply just walk away than cheat. Because the repercussions of cheating can be, we've seen from this incident, life-changing. That is all from me. Please subscribe, please like, please leave us a review wherever you get your podcast. And producer Anisha and I will be back next week as always. Bye guys.